Hi, I'm Melanie. I am from Nova Scotia, Canada, and welcome to Adventures in Groceryland, $21 per person budget. There are two of us, so we have spent $42 cash, and then, of course, part of the adventure is what else can I get on top of the cash? Can I accumulate points in a store point program and redeem them? Can I use store coupons? Can I use fuel coupons? What can I do that can help me get more for my money? Our meals were really great this week. I hope you enjoy watching them. I definitely enjoyed eating them. So take a look and see what we were able to create. Tuna casserole for supper tonight. The tuna casserole turned out great. I can't wait to try it. I added a half of a grated carrot. So it's got broccoli, tuna, cream of mushroom soup, the carrot, and the fusilli. Lunch today, just sandwiches on homemade bread, pickles, and grapes. Today is Tuesday. That means it's Taco Tuesday, so I am going to do something a little bit different with the leftover beef that we had from the tacos last week. I am going to make some kind of a taco melt on these naan breads. So I've never had naan bread before. I have eaten flatbread, but nothing that I've prepared on flatbread before. So I thought that I would make guacamole, that we would use salsa and cheese, peppers and jalapenos. I've got black olives there. Ooh, I never thought about it. I have those beans in the freezer, but that's too late now. If I would have been smart, I could have thawed some of those out. Maybe I could do that in the microwave and add that onto the top of this. That's very Mexican themed. So I'll let you know how it turns out. These look pretty darn good. These are beef taco melts, and it is Taco Tuesday. So the guacamole didn't happen. The avocados were literally hard as a rock. So we're just gonna wait till they ripen a bit more, and hopefully now that I've cut it, it won't be wrecked. I hate to lose it. All of the rest are in the same condition. Okay, we are making the ribs that I got in the flash food box tonight, and I'm excited about it. I just want to bring to everybody's attention the power of marketing. This is a huge package, and this is the ribs. So you see what the reality is. They look really good, really, really good. I'm looking forward to them, but the box gives the illusion that there are much more inside the package. So marketing is tricky. Ribs, mashed potatoes, broccoli, and a pickle. Smells good. Looking forward to trying this out. Tuna casserole again, and this time topped with some of the breadcrumbs that I still have left. I thought that would be interesting. The other half is having lunch at their work today. They're having a pizza day, and so I am just having a toasted tomato sandwich. I packaged up that big club pack of pork chops. There was 5 pork chops in it, so 2 separate meals, and I took the largest pork chop in the pack and I cut it into little strips so that if we wanted to make a lo mein or some kind of a stir fry in the future, it's all ready to go. I'm going to make fajitas with the fajita freezer pack I had in the fridge. I used one of the chicken breasts, cumin and taco seasoning, and I'm going to use some garlic powder as well. It's looking pretty good. In here is the pepper stuffed pepper mix that I got out of the freezer. It's thawed. I'm not exactly sure what's all in it. I am going to add beef broth that I had from week 1 and some tomatoes and some other vegetables. I'm not sure what yet. And I'm going to make some soup for lunches. I should have used a bigger pot. I don't even really have any vegetables in there yet, just the can of tomatoes, part of the beef broth, and I actually added a few of the frozen beans that I had. So no room for anything else. So I'm going to transfer from this white pot into this bigger pot, and that'll give me a little more space to add more stuff. I'm going to add a little more rice. There was some rice in the mixture, but I think the soup can handle a little bit more. We'll see what this turns out like. It's looking pretty good. It's pretty thick. I think this is going to be a success. Good salvage. Very good salvage. Night 2, fajitas. As a side to go with supper tonight, which is going to be barbecued pork chops with Montreal steak spice, I am doing a kind of winter version of a summer specialty in Nova Scotia. It's called Hodgepodge, and it is new potatoes, carrots, beans, and peas. So I have some small potatoes. These aren't new, they're frozen, but I'm going to process it the same way. I'm going to boil them all together and then serve them with butter and milk. Very Nova Scotian. Having the winterized vegetables is not very Nova Scotian. So I've already added a bit of butter. Now we'll add a bit of milk. And stir, and it's like a winter hodgepodge. So here we have barbecued pork chops with Montreal steak spice and a winter type of hodgepodge. Normally I would use cream, but I don't have any, so I used milk. I did use real butter, and the vegetables weren't garden fresh, so normally you would use new potatoes, new carrots, new peas, new beans. My stuff was frozen, but I am looking forward to eating this, and I'm sure it tastes great. We're at the end of week 7, and we have a lot more groceries and a lot of leftovers. More than what I was thinking that we were going to have. I was a little concerned with the aggressive portion of the budget that I allocated towards Christmas treats. And I don't know why I was worried. I had nothing to worry about. There's tons of food. So let's get started with the leftovers. This is leftover soup, and that is where I reclaimed that package of stuffed pepper mix. I threw that in there and used it that way. Down here on the bottom, we have leftover hodgepodge. Here in the back, that's leftover tuna casserole. This is the fat that we have salvaged from bacon and from sausages that we can use for cooking. Talking of sausage, here's one sausage left over, some mashed potatoes, and there is the whey left over. We have condiments. So there's pickles, cheese whiz, mayonnaise, mustard, jam, salsa, items that we have made that we have been counting as free all along. Hot sauce. We have honey garlic and teriyaki. And what's interesting, we didn't actually like this teriyaki sauce. We had never had it before. We're still eating it. It's okay in a stir fry, which is, we've been using it in the lo mein, but we wouldn't choose to have it as just a dipping sauce alone. We do like this one, however. And then we have soy sauce, lime juice, some leftover garlic butter. This is saved for Christmas supplies. We have carrots, some bananas that I need to put in the freezer. Still left over some of that cheese, some dill, and it's looking pretty rough. I don't know what to do with that. If I can salvage it, maybe put it in the freezer or use it up right away. Fennel bulb, 2 garlic bulbs, 1 sweet potato, some lettuce, only 2 peppers left now, 4 of the avocados, and you can still see the other one back here. It still hasn't ripened. I'm not sure if I'm going to lose that one or not. We cut it on Tuesday to make guacamole when we were having Taco Tuesday, and it was just way too hard. I have half of my tomato, clementines, the pepperoni, the jalapenos from my brother-in-law's garden, milk, and there's still, I'm going to say half of the milk left over, a full dozen eggs. We have 1 full thing of mushrooms and a couple mushrooms left here. We have a little bit of cheese slices left from, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 weeks ago. We have cheese, 1 full block and a half block. Onions, a full pack of bacon. In here are my black olives. In here, I've opened up one of the bricks of the butter that I got last week. Here's the other one. And I keep forgetting to bring this out. This is half of a cream cheese left over from way, way, way early, maybe week 3. Still have that left over. And some bread items, homemade bread, some tortillas, 2 bagels, maybe 2 or 3 slices in here of the garlic, or not the garlic bread, the raisin bread. And then another interesting thing happened this week. So this is something that we have acquired. I belong to a site where you can gift items, and I had a knife from a knife set. I used 4 of the knives regularly for 20 years until I was done with them. AKA they were falling apart. So I was getting rid of those knives, and then there was one in the set that I never use, and so I posted it on the site free for anybody who wanted it. And a couple people replied, and I made arrangements with one to come and pick it up, and when she came to get it, she left this honey. So she has told me that to reliquefy it, just heat it in a pot of warm water. So I thought that was incredibly thoughtful and certainly not necessary. But as you can see, there is quite a lot of fresh food left and lots of leftovers. The freezer's getting a bit more manageable. We actually ate several things out of the freezer this week, so not quite as much reorganizing. We still have left egg rolls, chicken strips. Back here's my little items for my chowder. So the shrimp, the scallops, and the haddock. And then I have fish just here that we can pan fry. Hamburger, sausages. My discount chicken. I still like that I got this for $1.47. A chicken breast. This is the pizza pack. So that's cold cuts that are in there. And this is cut pork chop, or pork, I guess it's sirloin chop, for in a lo mein or a stir fry. There's 2 pork chops, the hot dogs, the vegetables, broccoli and oriental style mix, unopened. A few left of the peas, not many. Some of the beans left, some corn here, some of the yellow beans, some of the kidney beans, and the black beans. I used a little bit of that in the soup that I made this week. Raspberries. This is a fajita pack. These 2 are the wet ingredients for Morning Glory muffins. We have apples, and then back there, that is the scrap bag that I'm saving for broth, and in there is some chicken scraps, some buns, and my broth, different broths that we have. So all in all, it's fitting in there a lot better, and we'll be definitely eating out of this more in the week ahead. And for pantry supplies, still lots of stuff left over. That pumpkin there on the side, goldfish crackers, marshmallows, spices, baking ingredients. There's the yeast. In the back there, the honey, the dried green tomatoes, a little bit of crumbs left in that tortilla bag, chocolate chips, rice, oatmeal, the dip mixes, sloppy joe mix, peanut butter, crackers, olive oil, brown sugar, canned milk, 2 cans of canned clams, diced tomatoes there in the back, tomato paste, 2 cans of pasta sauce. Down below, we still have some spaghetti left, flour left. There is a half a box of lasagna noodles, fusilli noodles there, and macaroni noodles in that container, and some of my red potatoes left. All in all, I think we have quite a substantial pantry. Feel very, very confident and comfortable with the amount of food that we have. Thanks so much for watching week 7. I really appreciate everyone's continued support. I love reading the comments. I like the suggestions. It's very motivating, and you know, this can be a hard time of year, and I really appreciate that there are people who are getting a benefit from what we're doing. It was great that we were able to start transitioning food from my pre-existing supplies into what we're using now. I was starting to get a little worried. There's some things in the freezer that, you know, we need to get those used up. And one more thing, we ate out one time this week. It's getting to be Christmas. The push is on to get all of our errands run, to get all of our shopping done, to get everything ready. And we had a recital that we were going to watch a relative play piano. And it was just a really busy day on Saturday. And so we ate out. We ate at Burger King. We still actually got a really good deal. King deal, $4.99, and it gives 2 cheeseburgers, a small onion ring, and a small drink. So we split that. But still, in all fairness, we ate out one day. So there you go. Thanks so much, really, for watching. And if you like the videos, I hope you subscribe.